guiding light is all I know. Through wood and steel, through fire and lace, I'm blessed to walk within your grace. Is to a throig arcane. You laid the path before me. You guided every step. Raise the hammer, string the bow. Her gift is all I need to know. Through toil and trial, through heart and hand, her grace builds up this mighty land. Is the grass the dead time it sore? We'll build the land, our hearts within. From dawn till dusk, I work, I strive. With your blessing, I'll survive. The loom, the forge, the sword, the grain in your name, I rise again. Strength in you lies skill. Each victory, each talent, each trial. No task too great, no skill too small. Your gifts, dear goddess, guide us all. Into force. Without your light, we have no guide, but with your hand, our place abides. Raise the hammer, string the bow. Her gift is all I need to know. Through toil and trial, through heart and hand, her grace builds up this mighty land. Is the grass the dead time it's sore? To find it undear, our greatest deed. By the grace of the goddess we are free. We'll build the land, our hearts within. I'm blessed to walk within your grace. Blessed by her grace, forever, forever.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pax Dei, The Search for Steel. Today's episode, I am absolutely devastated from some kind of illness, so it will be it'll be random for the most part, but I thought I'd go over the game mostly, and as you can see right away, I am doing busy work. Is it busy? No, it really isn't. But we'll deep dive into the Pax Dei's grace system, and we'll ask a couple questions, right? How does it work, or what is it, right? How it affects the gameplay. And I didn't go into this last night, and you may have missed last night's podcast. But there's a couple of things that I really missed on these, so we'll bring those up. Of course, I always forget. To put my little chat beginner in there. Then we'll have an open discussion on random topics from gaming strategy into leadership and maybe philosophy and how to approach stay in particular. So I got a few questions for you. We have the first question. If you've played Pax Dei and are an avid player like I am, how has the grace system impacted your Pax Dei experience? And of course, because by the time we get to those random topics, I will have very little cognizance. What do you want to talk about? What random topic should we talk about? All right, let me eat so I have some stamina. We'll continue doing the wood because I have to. Well, we're going to test out the grace system. So, what is the grace system? Just for those of you who weren't here yesterday, the grace is ethereal in the game resource, representing a divine favor. It allows players to perform supernatural feats like crafting boots or gathering bonuses. Meaning you get a bonus for your crafting and you get a bonus for your gathering and hunting, etc. So the core function of the grace, when you unlock a miracle, which is going to be a game-changing ability or buff, that's a future. We can manage gameplay and efficiency and resource acquisition, and that's a big one, right? So if we go into the grace, we see we have our general, and our general's basically, let's summon our body because we died after we get close to it. Summon a friend's body. So it's interesting. Basically, you pull the body along the ground so your friend doesn't have to. They don't have to go as far. And I don't know if there's a key on that where you actually have to have them in your friends list or not. I'm gonna have to test that out. And of course, going to the Petrame, which is the your homestone. You could go there when you die, or it's where you originally spawned, so you can change your homestone, if I remember somebody telling me. I haven't, but my homestone is in Gale, but you can change that. I'm gonna see if I can't change that to Wit. That'll put me a lot closer to the pure iron ore. Little strategy coming to me here. That might be. It's still a travel. It's still travel either way. It gets me closer faster, but it doesn't get me back any faster. And I'd have to literally run all the way back. So, yeah, probably not a good strategy. All right, so crafting. So in this case, I have 50 grace points, if you will. I can buy more using the F key. Expending gold, basically you're tithing, or you can consider it tithing, or you consider it gifting the church, if you will. And of course, gathering, which I'll be using here today. The experiment I'm going to run is I want to get more wood, so it gives me an hour. So if I wanted to use the experiment is if I use any other grace within that, will it replace the lumbering grace, or will it be the timers be separate? And that'll be the test, because I'm not going to need 59 minutes worth of wood gathering, honestly. So that's one of the and of course, when you're managing efficiency, it shouldn't take me long to fill up my inventory in order to go back out again, right? So that's one of the advantages of using grace that I've come to appreciate. What I haven't done is the gathering grace, which some of the components, no, that's not a good word for it. Some of the ingredients that I use for cooking, I would like to be able to get a little bit more, because I won't fill up my inventory anyway with some, like rosemary. I'm never going to find like 35 stacks of 50 rosemary. But with the resource gathering, I would be able to gather more rosemary than I normally would. So it's advantageous in that. Lumbering just makes it faster, right? I'm a lumberjack, right? So as you can see, I'm going to fill up my inventory much faster and get a little bit bonus of the heartwood and the sapwood as I go through the effort of getting heartwood tonight, because what I found is the iron and pure iron ore that I want to smelt requires a lot of coal. I've always known it, but I haven't really had an issue with collecting it. In my last world, I was in a forest. Literally, I just ran outside and started cutting down trees. This one takes a little bit longer to get the trees to lumberjack. So the core function of grace is, I consider it a goddess's blessing, right? The goddess, you pray to the goddess, you get the blessing, and that's how I'm treating it. New song up front, by the way, and it has to do with grace and the game and how we do things, which is, I thought it sounded pretty good. It's in a Celtic rock, by the way, if you were curious. And I might be putting that on my music channel. It's pretty good. It uses Gaelic and English, by the way. If you didn't understand some of those words, they were Gaelic. So pretty cool that I'm able to use the AI to craft Gaelic lyrics. That the AI's writing that lyrics, because I don't know Gaelic or the proper structure of Gaelic or a poemed structure of Gaelic. I'm nowhere near that learned or educated, whichever you prefer. Give me a like if you really enjoyed that song up front. I really enjoyed the song on the outro, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna change that. That's actually version 3.5 of Suno AI when I wrote that, so it actually turned out really well. And I didn't remaster it because, well, I remastered it and listened to it, and I was like, it's not as, it's meh difference. I was like, okay, I'll just keep the 3.5 version. Sometimes less is more. All right, buy low, sell high. So, grace in and of itself is, let's say, a resource gathering attribute. Now, you do have spells or, what do they call them in Pax Dei? But we could say they're angelic or clerical spells that would mimic grace in some of the armor and clothing that you create from the talismans that you receive from the Zebians, the Inquisitors, and the Lost Souls. And they are gathered by using or defeating named creatures. Unfortunately, you also get furry what do they call that? They get furry stone, they get from wolves, and you get from bears sometimes. And they're used in other things as well to integrate into your crafting. And they give you, I don't want to say grace, because grace is pretty much what they've defined. They've defined it a little bit more, but I think you can put it in that subsection of grace for sure. Or mage ability, or cleric ability. One of the things I love about Pax Dei, especially with grace now, is the opportunity for, and I'm trying to think if I want to take that part, but nah, I'll go. Where am I? So, yeah, that's grace. I think it's going to be a lot more useful, especially to level up quickly. I've talked to people who've transferred servers, and sometimes they transferred with their character from from this server, but they literally had to go with the clothes on their back. So whatever is in the queue essentially, or in their inventory, the backpack, they can keep. This is strictly for leveling. I do not need the boar. I am full with inventory. So strategy. If you look, and you always kind of keep track of this, but don't be the devil's not in the details here. Don't be a miser when you look at this, or not a miser. Misers with no. See, this is what I mean by when I'm sick. I can't think of the. Don't be a too detailed. Like, for example, here's my maces. They're at level 20. I need 107 more swings. So, and that's how you would translate this. Here, the great swords, I need 573 more. And swords, I'll need 643, etc., etc. That's how. But don't micromanage that area. They will reset on their own. Or they'll get to the next level on their own. Just have fun, unless you're literally leveling the character in a particular weapon. And then I can see why you would want to go in to see where you need to go in order to level it a little bit more proficiently. So, daily login bonus. You get a daily login bonus when you have, I think it's 10 grace, so it's not much. And it won't get you a lumberjack grace, but it will get you a crafting grace. I need a lot of wood. I think I did too much wood. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, here we go. Oh boy, that's a lot of wood. All right. So 10, you get 10. Well, good way to say it. 10. I'm not really sure how I would say that. 10 points of grace. That's weird, and it wouldn't be role playing at all, right? So what could we say? I don't know. Let me think about that. But you do get 10, which is basically it's a bonus from the developers to say, hey, ensure to log on every day, right? And they do daily bonuses in other games as well. EVE Online does daily bonuses when you log on. Let's see. Gold exchange system. So you can like I was saying earlier, to get grace, you can buy grace. Well, are you in role playing? You're not really buying grace, right? The goddess won't give you grace just because you spend money. So when we say that, it kind of makes it trite. So we don't want to say it that way. You're tithing to her church, maybe that's a good way of saying it, right? Well, or you're giving a charity into the church. That's a good way of thinking of it. I'm giving to the poor box, if you will. All right, let's see. What else do we got with grace that you should know about? That I may I went over this last night, but I think it really will benefit everybody in the long run if you missed my show yesterday. So I'm gonna say it again. And it doesn't, as I'm learning a little bit more using it daily, I'm testing it out, and like I have 45 minutes on this grace, I don't think I'm close to leveling on anything. Ooh. This is Grace, and I didn't hit the do not show again, but this is how you buy it. I hit that F is the key to go into this. And then of course you can swing the needle around, and in a day you have the you can get 230 grace, but it cost you 11 million gold. Sweet. No. But that's how you would get it. What I was checking for was if there was anything that I'm on the cusp of leveling. See, my level 4 woodcutting is 41 right now because I'm in Grease. Skinning would go up to 30, right? Fletching would go up to 20. Or 21, excuse me. So it's just a level 1 boost on these things. I don't see any real need. Not yet. Because I will go out hunting and be using it there as well. There we go. Do I have any need? Yeah, again, I'm gonna have to go gather some tasty treats to take along on my voyage into the depths of the wildlands. Not really the depths, it's probably just the edge or peripheral. It's like the river of the wildlands. It's a little tiny area. But that's okay. It's still tough. That's where it's going. I should fight some Justicars. Or I keep calling them Justicars. Inquisitors. While I'm there, but I'm really not in the mood. I don't want to waste time with the blessing because I'm going to be spending money on the blessing, right? So I'll keep that armor safe, and we will definitely not use a mace for these things. I think I can level that up. Let's see. This is tonic 1. This is that tonic. And here. So these tonics give you immediate boosts to the stamina. It regens 80 in this case if you're looking at my minor tonic, while the minor potion creates a stamina regen of 2.5 at a rate of 2.5, but it only lasts 12 seconds. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's not as powerful, but it's not exactly the best. And I just put a broken. Where in the heck did that go? Uh-huh. It should have taken the plate. Oh, right there. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, I'm sick tonight. I am not in a good place, but I will bring a shield. Just because, and then of course, what am I gonna bring? Yeah, let's bring the arming sword. There we go. And then before I put that axe away, we do a little bit of maintenance, right? Keep all our stuff off. That way, if I do have friends come over, that I don't have to look for really things that are going to break. Let's see. I need some arrows. And one other tactic with Grace that I wholeheartedly want you to remember. Don't cast it until you're ready when you're there. For example, if I was going to mine down in the old forest, I'll cast it when I get to the old forest. That gives me the maximum time to use it while I'm down there. And I don't have to worry about the blessing removing itself. So it looks like Grace is pooled across all your characters within the same server and region. Interesting, because you had multiple accounts. I will not test that, but it might be that way. I don't know. So let me know if anybody does have characters in different areas, but the same. I'm sorry, the same area but different servers. All right, so we mentioned that this just gives you a skill bump. So when I'm hunting, I'm going to. There we go. I'm going to cast this, and let's see if it happens. I'm going to do. What's this one? Increase skinning yield, and that would be my hunting. If I had to, I would get the gathering and the skinning. But right now, I just need the skinning. So let's see what happens. Yep, that's what I thought it would happen. So it will definitely stack. I will not hit this. Wow. Seriously? Tonight is going to be one of those nights, huh? There we go. Come here, puppy. There we go. These are only level 24s. I bought level 34s and 44s in other areas. The 44s are interesting, to say the least. They take a long time, and they seem to approach you more, meaning they'll close the gap that I'm creating with this one. Ooh. That's interesting. I was blocking the entire time. That time, he just got in underneath me. They did change the tactics, so I'm wondering. They did change the tactics of the animals, but were they PvE in general? All right, let's see. I know there's one here. There we go, and one over there. Remember, I'm just here for skinning and hunting, essentially. What I'm really hoping for is animal hides. I could care less really about anything else. If I can't see them, they're dead. Oh, I don't want the mushroom. Oh, come on, really? You gotta line that little bubble up. Alright, where are you? There's one over here, too. Once you get the, in the swing of things, you'll remember where certain animals are. And creatures. And you'll be able to navigate around them or to them. Really? There we go. Very quickly, right? And honestly, I don't need any of this stuff, and I'll probably be dropping a lot of it before I fall off the edge here. I'm in the camp of I'm going out for animal skins. If I were going out for cooking material, or if I knew ahead of time, if I went to my kitchen and was like, I'm down on this material or that material, I would I might leave those in my inventory as well. So a little bit more strategy from me. Honestly, this is a 24, and I couldn't tell you what level I truly am. Don't know why it did that. That's annoying. I'm working on my sword level, so I'm going to keep swinging, even though I can use a couple different things. Shield Bash gives me the same amount of swings, but that last swing, that's 36. That reduced my total swing amount for this wolf by 1. So, yeah, we think about all these things when we're trying to level up as efficiently as possible. And when you're grinding, I'm sure many of you out there, when you're grinding, you want to be as efficient as possible. When the game wipes one more time and we start the new world, or the the real world, base reality, if you will, what'll happen is we'll all be 0 skill levels, right? So for those of us who have been in early access, we're going to be able to drive a faster way of leveling, thereby doing things a little bit quicker than other people. So we'll be able to to be the clan leaders faster, really. And of course, we're going to teach the new people who haven't attended early access as well, which will be really cool. I think when I first saw this game advertised, I was like, man, this is going to be a really cool game, especially when you're playing with other people. I have played with a couple other people, and we've gone adventuring in ruins, we've gone adventuring down in forests and wandering monsters and such things of that nature, and it's just really cool. It's a great game. I can't really tell you what other game is like this game. I haven't played any. I know there are games like this. And that's not what I'm saying. I just haven't played them. I don't know. It would have been cool, because this game is just absolutely... It's got such a free form to it that given the right player base, you can really do everything you want without having to rely on a sub-story for your character. Your character's more of a... Oh, I didn't see it. There we go. Your character's more a professional. Really? This is just getting lame. There we go. Why didn't it? That's annoying. Every once in a while it won't do the block, and it's just annoying. Yeah, that was my timing. I totally sucked out. I took the last one, and I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to make it, but alright. And of course, I ran out of food. I really wish the devs would allow you to stack your food, meaning if something's about to run out, or even just it's full, and you go, you know what, I'm going to top it off. You're still expending the resource, so I'm not sure why they wouldn't let you. It's not like it's an advantage. But when your food runs out in the middle of combat, it tends to be deadly in certain situations. And Grace is not going to help you there, but there's where your friends and the game come in, where you can have healing in certain aspects. Just a reminder for those of you who have watched my podcasts, when you are fighting boars, there is no real backing up. They are charging, and they're just gonna keep at it. So just stand in front of them and tank it, essentially. I don't like fighting boars, but I did bring another shield because of it, and that's why, because it go through your shield and you can't repair your stuff. But since I'm hunting, was gonna do a shield bash, but I let it cool down. Every time you switch weapons, you have a cooldown. I hate badgers. There's awesome wannabes. Anyway, so let me know what you think of the Grace system if you played. If you didn't play, let me know if there's any other games out there with a system like that. Like I said, it's a pretty cool system. I'm not complaining about it. I think any addition to the game that doesn't unbalance it is good. Man. It will never hit. I don't know why. There's a certain distance it will not hit on. There we go. And since I'm doing this for leatherworking stuff, because I think I made level 25 today. Where am I today? Yeah, I made level 25, but I have a million more experience points to go through. So I might pick up wine in winemaking and what is it called? Brewing. I might get that one up a little bit more. It's only at 12. I really do need higher level alcohols. Actually, do a lot of good things. So it'd be worth it. I'm seeing if I can't get this character to level 40 on everything before I have to restart. I'm just curious because it's really cool. And it gives you bragging rights. Alright, let's be fair. Come on now. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? So, just to close out the blessings discussion, the strategy is don't apply the blessing until you're ready to use it. And then miracles affecting the in-game economy, because they will. Why? Because now I can double or triple my resource gathering and my ability to do so. Missed that one. Where is... And I forgot to eat. See what I mean? I'm losing hit points as we speak. Oh, man. That sucks. There we go. Top that off. Let's see. I'm right on the edge here. I don't think I want to spend more for gathering, but do we? Well, we could test it. I know there's some rosemary over this way. That's why I'm thinking we can test it. And I don't need elderberry though. Elderberry's easy to come by. I don't really need it. Now, red currant or bay belay, things like that, 100%. And I'll get down on my knees and pray. Because if I find it this far up north, and see all that area there, that has some as well. I know there's some deer down here, so we will come down here. There we go. See them? And I get them without running away. That's the problem. Now, he ran. There we go. Or is he coming back? You gotta look through the trees. You gotta set your shot up. I'm surprised he didn't run with that. I got close enough where he could have just bolted, but he didn't, which is kind of cool. I got lucky. Oh, there he is. And remember where you hit him, because honestly, it's a pain in the butt to find your prey. All right, so there is some potential. There is some potential upgrades to miracles, which is going to be phenomenal. I'm looking for rosemary, because if there is, not that I need it, but strawberries. And there's some enemies. I'm really here for hunting, so let's continue my hunting foray. I'll pick it up without the... Well, maybe I spend the miracle just to see if I can have... Well, I can have 3 going. I don't have to spend the money for that. I do have to go out and get some money. So that's going to be fun. I think I missed, like, literally all of the creatures. If you listen carefully, you can hear the deer. And then as you go toward them, they'll get louder. This game is great for sound, audio, and everything. Every once in a while, when the chat comes up, you lose left and right control capability. It's the weirdest thing. Let me answer Valerian. Let's see. Still looking for things to kill. I think I got my bear killer. That's the big 2-handed spear. So one of the potential expansions they're going to do for blessings or miracles is teleportation magic, which is going to be amazing. Please do it 100%. Give me horses or teleportation magic. I'll take either. Or I want both, but I'll take either. The amount of time I spend traveling somewhere is not unreasonable. However, there is just a lot of wow, I can't believe it. Every once in a while this game surprises me with the distance I can do that with my bow. Not everything, but... And there he is. And caught him right in the back of the neck. Any hunters in there? Out there? I'll tell you. That would be one of those shots you'd be like, yeah, that was me. That was me. Oh, no. I was too fast. I went the large animal hunting. I don't want these rough animal hides. I don't need these. I'll take those. The wool I'll take. I don't need the carved. I got plenty of those. There we go. Might want to get a little bit, some saplings so I can craft arrows. Tonight I'm just not doing well. Alright, so teleportation miracles for fast travel are going to be one. And there's going to be PvP-related miracles for combat. I'm not a big fan of the PvP yet. I don't think there's real stakes to it. Meaning, if you fight and you have gold on you or you have anything on you, it will get stolen from you. Which is real stakes, right? So I'm not excited about going with PvP. Just not my favorite. Does that mean I won't do it? Nah, it just means I won't do it right now until it gives me a little bit more until there's a little bit more what is it, sanity, if you will. Yeah, this is my ADD plus me having a fever of 104 or 101 or something. It was something stupid. It wasn't that. Anyway, at any rate, there's going to be hopefully enhanced resource multipliers for large-scale crafting projects. That gives me hope because right now the crafting projects are pretty cool. But if they're adding crafting projects, it's going to be amazing. Meaning, I hope, and this is I'm talking to you developers. I hope we have up until level 80, or even 100, level 100. And if you do that, you will definitely have to have a lot of different crafting abilities or miracles, or maybe there's a miracle to give you the goddess's blessing to craft a magic sword or something to that effect. You know, you have all the components of magic, and then you have additional blessings. Maybe that gives you a better sword or something. You know, but that's kind of cool, right? That would be kind of cool. I didn't time it right. That's my fault. That's all right. It's not horrible. It's not like I didn't survive. I don't have to chase things. At the beginning of the game, you had to chase things like everything. Because you didn't have the bows, or your bow was so weak it was pathetic. You'd have to be on top of the creature anyway. So again, cool. Realistic. But man, because as you advance in your skill and trade, right, you are providing they're both coming. That's all right. Oh, I left just enough room where that guy just charged just the ever so slightly. Really? Okay. Man, that thing was tough. That's alright. My shield took more damage than I wanted to, but you know what? C'est la vie, as the French would say. I hope. Anybody in France, let me know. Let's see, what else is going on? One of the things the developers do is they listen to the players, right? So if a player has something, he didn't run to the left. I thought I was going to run to the left. If players have an idea and they put it in the feedback as an idea or a UI upgrade or quality of life, what have you, the developers seem to be listening. Now, like any game and developers and user, they're not going to do the unreasonable expectations. There we go. I'm getting close to the Inquisitors, so I don't really want to mess with them with this armor. If I had better armor, maybe. Not this armor. Alright, let's see. Where am I going? Finding more animals in 36 minutes. 36 minutes. That's all I got. How am I doing? I got a lot of double diamonds. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. I can just get rid of this stuff. Don't need anything that's not double diamond. The wool is a different project. I'm not exactly, That's interesting. Watch this. Boom. Oh, it didn't. There it comes. There it comes. Took a moment. There's high mallow. Alright. So I can get high mallow without having to go into the pale completely. Let's go into the forest. I'm hoping this smoke clears. Takes a minute, but usually the mixed biomes are. It's kind of cool how the mixed biomes actually overlay just a tad bit, right? Kind of makes it realistic. All right, what else are we going to do here? Well, here's some audience engagement topics. As I go, I asked ChatGPT. I was like, "Hey, look, I am totally spent today. What do you think we can talk about?" They were like, well, based on your last couple of podcasts, here's what you could do." Really? He's running with an arrow out of his side. I can't believe I made that shot. There's no way a medieval bow is going to take out a deer in one shot. I'd be pretty impressed depending on the bow, but you wouldn't use combat bows for hunting, right? So it would be interesting. And even with our compound bows today, I wouldn't say that we have you have a good shot of killing a deer with one shot. That deer is going a long way around. Seriously? Yeah, he bobbed and weaved. Where are you coming from? Behind the tree. There we go. I miss all these deer? Jeez. There we go. Lots of stuff up here. I say lots of stuff in it. My head is tilted trying to move with the terrain. Awesome. All right, what else? What's your favorite MMORPG mechanic? That's one. If I had to answer it, it would be. Ooh, that's a tough one. The mechanic of an MMORPG. I really enjoyed this crafting mechanic. In all honesty, I don't mind it. They do need to iron out a few bugs, but for the most part, it's not bad. I do like the bow hunting. Really like that as well. The inventory selection I can do without. A really good question, and one that we try to answer every time on this channel, or at least a lot of times what we explore on this channel is philosophy, ancient philosophy, or even philosophy, leadership, and in any capacity, right? We try to tie that to work, relationships, games, Pax Dei in particular, right? So in those circumstances, or in the vein of that, what would you apply to real life? Something that you're, uh, for example, in Pax Day, I apply the tenacity. Um, it's one of the few games that doesn't provide instant gratification. What do I mean by that? The fact that I am not level 40 by now in everything makes for a great lesson in real life. There's nothing you do in this game, and you can take it away from this game. You basically have patience. It's such a huge takeaway from a game like this. Patience is great. When I used to play D&D, patience was you didn't go up in level immediately or fast, right? Lower levels you did, but by the time you got up to higher levels, you're really grinding. But if you had a good DM, you had a great game, like a story. And this goes for Pathfinder, etc., etc. I think I went just a tad bit. I really don't want to waste more arrows. I really want sword to go up. I don't even know how many swings I needed on that one. Sword. I need 522 more swings to get it to level 40. That's not bad. Right now, my weapons are pretty weak, meaning they're 2-pip. If I have a 3-pip in my hand, it's going to be much more deadly than what I have now, which is, I think, awesome game progression, because you can have the best weapon. If you don't know how to use it, you're not going to do the max amount of damage with that weapon. You'll do more because it's a better weapon, right? But you're not going to be as skilled to do a lot of damage, right? So that's pretty cool. I think that the game has that right, and that's in real life too, right? You can have the best tools ever, but if you're not practiced on them, here's a great example. You could have the best guitar ever, like the best or violin Stradivarius, but if you're not schooled or practiced in it, it's gonna sound crap, right? Or it might not sound as good as in the hands of a master, right? Really? Seriously? Like, ducked? Turned to the side? These are what I really need to fight. I really got to go into a cave, but caves are so dangerous as solo, because if you run into a pack of wolves, you are going to be in a lot of trouble, especially if you can't use the strategy of backing up. What am I doing? Let's go there, drop that. These are all the things I don't care about. See, I got lots of room. Alright, I know there's a buck down here somewhere. I need steel arrows. I'm level 40 with my bow, so the steel arrows are going to be... I'm going to rock steel arrows. I got some back at home. Can actually use them. Nick must be listening. Thanks, Nick. But remember, the angry possums are difficult and scary. otherwise known as badgers. There we go. Almost there. I gotta get my two-handed sword to be made, but I need more steel. Blacksmithing to get the weaponsmithing up a little bit, so I can make the sword blade for it, which is steel, which will be very cool. And I love two-handed swords with this character because I started out with the two-handed sword. The only component strategy on the two-handed sword that I didn't like or didn't have a lot of option with is the fact that the two-handed sword was you would go through the two-handed sword durability very quickly. And why was that? It's because you were blocking with the two-handed sword. So when you block, the durability goes down a lot more, or a lot faster, I should say. When you get good at the sword, you can block more damage, but usually you're fighting higher level opponents which do more damage, which kill your durability of your sword. You see how this is working, right? The game structured, balanced is, in my opinion, it's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it is pretty good. It should be giving kudos. I totally am gonna get attacked by those boars here. That's alright. See if I can avoid the boars just for a moment. I can't believe I got that boar. There is no way. Alright. Yeah, so the when you're looking at the balance of the game, why wasn't that blocking? See how much damage I took between the two of them? It's very... You gotta be very careful. Even though I don't have that nice armor on, you gotta be very careful on how you apply your combat. Luckily, that's why I'm an alchemist. That way I can go right back into battle. Do you think I can hit it through the trees? Trees do block arrows, by the way, so if you could hit the tree trunk, which I think is awesome. Oh man, I keep wanting to back up, and I'm hitting them 3 times, which keeps me in the actual... That'll give me 4 shots on him. What the hell? Did you see my shield move? That means my block was disconnected for some reason. Like I said, early access, but still annoying. Took more damage than I needed to. And of course the food. Food. They have to get these timers down to a better synchronization. They didn't tell me what they were coding in. I don't think they'll tell anybody, but if they're doing Unreal Engine, it's one of 2 really, C++ or there's another one you can do. What was it? I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna fight this bear. Yeah, if it's an infinite bear, even the more the better. It's a gray bear for sure. Let's get back into the pattern. Nah, not an infinite bear. So it'll take a little bit of time. I did I bought a steel spear 1 level above this one, and man, it's a gray bear. I'd probably do right around 25 to it. It's pretty... the weapon makes the difference, man. I'm telling you. So if you have an opportunity... And this is where, again, the game shines, right? if you are a warrior and you want to just warrior, then get it, and you have the means, the gold, right? Because you're killing Justicars, Zebians, and Lost Souls. Then what you're doing is you're able to buy a better weapon from a crafter, right? A profession, and you literally don't have to pursue the grind of the game. You can do your grinding like I'm gonna hunt, or I'm going to get gold from Inquisitors and the NPCs, which is pretty cool. I'll keep the carcass, by the way. That's a definite. So when we're looking at the game, when it starts in earnest, there's going to be a lot of fun to be had by everybody. If you wanted to, and I think they're adding farming, which will be really cool. I do want to do that. Why? Because I'm an alchemist, or you're a cook, right? And if you're an alchemist or cook, I mean, a garden is perfect for you. Went 3. Should have went 2. Timing is everything. And, of course, man, just missing the cue. There is a sound before your food runs out, or as your food runs out. There is a sound. I always miss it, though. It's so subtle. Not that I mind. It's just certain enemies are tougher than the others. So if you're going into a more dangerous area and you need to really be on your toes. Like, bears are dangerous, don't get me wrong, but I can mitigate bear damage. I think he's to my right. Let's see if I can get this deer without having to go after them more. And I have 18 minutes left on my skinning miracle. Or the grace. Blessing? Let's just do it. Yeah, blessing. Miracles, to me, this would be a minor blessing at best. And then what you want to do is you want to line them up to where you are going, because you can drag him to a better spot to fight him, which I think is great. And some bears, depending on where you are, they'll chase you forever. Remember to back up and circle. Double hits when he's trying to headbutt you, and single hits when he's trying to fight with a spear. And the reason I say that is there is no way with a with a sword I could probably attack a little bit more. With a single-handed spear, so the quicker weapons is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I went in twice. See, the block got it, but I went in twice and I got hit. Go figure, you know. So, and this is a level 34, so I'm getting some decent amounts of hits here. I could use my big thrust, like here, but that's 96, which means I'm going to be taking a lot off the table trying to skill up my weapon. So I stay away from the big hits. And for those of you who are lower level watching the game, yeah, I'm dropping a lot of stuff. You will drop stuff. And at lower levels, I suggest you drop what you don't need. You don't need everything. So keep that in mind. You don't need everything. And marking something on your map, oh, are you kidding me? Will be better for you than, and coming back for it will be better than trying to pick it up and take it home, because repetition in crafting is a bit the name of the game. right? You're gonna craft 100 different, whatever product, right? Not really. Well, at least I was timed right, where I can. There we go. I got 15 minutes worth of skinning left, and I'm going to use all of it. Oh, I can't believe I got that. All right. It was really far away. I'm going to have to remember where I got it. See, that one just doesn't make sense to me. How did I miss? That one I knew I missed on, but that's annoying. The nice thing about hunting is you can craft what you need. Large animal hide, that's a 2-er, yeah. Yeah, for example, if I run out of arrows, I can use wooden arrows, which isn't great, but with my level, it doesn't matter. I could use wooden arrows and everything would be fine while I'm hunting. If I were going into a different area, like a PvE area, then I would have a little bit more reservation on using the arrows. Although the arrows that you do create lend to the strategy of taking somebody from a single point and moving them to you, meaning you can split people up or creatures up, which is fine. All these grapes, God, I have so many grapes, but I really need to use them back home before I get any more. You see these little circles? These little circles are where I'm trying to create a big circle, and then it will identify what I'm looking at, and then I pick it up so I don't have to pick up any white grapes and drop them. But a little technical in the game that you might not notice at first, but it's very useful, especially in close proximity items. Like I said, the devs thought about a few things, so as long as you get that big circle, you can pick up what you're identifying, right? So you don't have to... direction am I going? The wrong direction. I want to go that. Okay. Let's see. What else is going on in the world of gaming? 2025 is supposed to be really good for AI, and I'm a big AI advocate and a big AI, not only advocate, I can program or code a little bit of it, and I have a few projects that in my where I worked that AI is not solely where I need to spend my time, but I can spend my time there and improve the lives and the quality of tools for everybody around me. I am a big advocate for those same features in everyday life. Like I was mentioning before on an earlier podcast, if you take this game, add NPCs, townsfolk, get the AI, right? Get the AI to create the dynamic of the town that the developers want, right? They're not going to directly compete against you, maybe cap their level, right? They can only go to level 10 on their professions. And that's okay, right? So you can kind of do that kind of stuff if you think that the NPCs would be too powerful, or you could also look at different NPCs that you need to journey for, like maybe journey and quest, quote unquote. You're not sent by the game, but as a player character, you hear about this level 40 blacksmith in this land, and you journey there to ask if he will craft you a sword, right? So you have to have the money, you have to travel there, and if you use AI, they have a personality of their own, which I think would be amazing. So they might not if you're impolite, right? Now, the only feature that I would probably have to determine is, would you be able to kill the NPC? Because a lot of players, you don't want an invincible NPC. It's kind of stupid. However, if you do have players that just kill the NPC, what do you do about it, right? That would be an issue for me. But making them unkillable also is meh. Because then you could have like, hey, I'm a level 40 blacksmith. I want people to come to me. I don't want them to journey to the level swing. I'm going to go there and kill them. You will have characters like that, and we all know that's why we're all laughing. So unkillable might not be a great thing to advocate for, but it would be kind of cool if once we figure out that little caveat, have the AI, have the baker have a couple kids that have AIs, right? That maybe they get into mischief. They're being chased by a boar, and again, the AI would be able to fight back to a certain point and keep them in the home valley, right? You don't want low-level NPCs in higher level areas or the wilds at all, right? But you might have a condition where an NPC gets lost, right? Which would be the need for an adventuring party to go pick them up, right? That would be kind of cool too. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with AI that would just be absolutely phenomenal. I think everybody in the chat would agree. You comment if you don't, but I think it would just be absolutely cool to have that interaction. And it would give you a little bit more. You could have a sheriff, right? And you actually could have consequences for actions within the home valley. I'm looking for crafting. There we go. There was one condition that I saw that actually I was holding my bow and I tried to craft arrows and I started crafting and I didn't get the arrows, but I wasted the material. I was not happy. So when I have the shield and sword out, I was wondering if it would happen again. So it didn't. I do get arrows, so that's cool. Somebody disagrees with something, but he's not saying what he's disagreeing with, so I can't mention anything about it. Let's see if he just disagreed. Thank you for disagreeing. I don't know what you're disagreeing. Is it the bathroom thing? I don't know, but the AI would be awesome. I think AI. And it would give solo players a little bit more to do. It'll also give guilds a little bit more to do. Especially if the mayor... Oh my god. I think everybody in the chat would agree. Let me fight this dire wolf. There we go. Oh, really? That was weird. Not that a level 24 dire wolf is anything that I need to worry about, even in my leather armor. And to low-level people that are watching the podcast, don't think a dire wolf is easy. The higher level you are with the sword, with a decent sword even, so keep that in mind as I might make it look easy, but it is not easy. So just keep that in mind when you're playing. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying when I take damage, my food is, look at my health and my stamina. My food is really high level stuff. It's not, well, it's high. I would say it's moderate level stuff. So moderate to Bear Stew is the higher level. This guy was infinite before. Let's see if he's infinite again. No, he's not going to be infinite. There we go. But yeah, even Bears are a little bit different story. It'll take you forever to kill the bear. Just don't let them hit you. But even low-level people can kill bears. But in taking forever with the low-level weapon, you're gonna skill up crazy because you're gonna be doing a lot of swinging and hitting, hopefully. One thing I haven't noted, and I might go to some of my friends invited me to another server. I might create another character just to test out the to hit ratio. Like here, I'm hitting a lot, but I'm wondering if my character's a newer character, lower level than this guy, if I'll end up hitting as often. Because hitting, I'm not sure if it's a stat or if it's a directional aim component. If it's directional aim, then low level will take forever to kill a bear with a low level weapon, but I wouldn't fear bears at this point. Even with inferior armor. As you can see, I'm wearing leather. So, I am definitely not going to backtrack. I got a little drop happy. Got the bear. Bear's definite. Oh, and one of those same friends mentioned that the selection is left to right on your arrows or anything you really use technically within your inventory. So as I go to the right, I'll finally get to the wooden arrows. I can use the wooden arrows immediately if I do that. So if I change the position. So let's see what happens. Like I said, I'm level 40 on my arrow, on my bow, so I'm not. And deer are just gonna die. It's. I might not do 41 to them, but I do a one shot anyway. And I think, well, when I was a younger character in a different world, I could not one shot these things. So keep that in mind as well. You'll have to chase them. That is a 100% thing when you're starting out. Your damage just isn't going to be high. As you skill up, obviously, like I have. Oh man, really? I thought I was gonna get lucky. No. I'm just going over them. Okay. Really? Oh, maybe the wooden arrows don't fly as far? Maybe? There we go. I totally missed my key. Like I said, I'm sick tonight. I should get to bed early tonight, but I wanted to podcast. I was like, this is going to be a lot of fun tonight. It's Saturday night, and then I got this horrible pain and a fever, so that was fun. It still is. I'm dehydrating left and right. But killing bears is fun too, and talking to everybody as well. One of the things I do enjoy is when people have questions, and I try to do my best to answer them if I have the answer. Now, one thing I would not enjoy, and I think everybody would agree, is putting the AI into the bear, even if or any animal. That would be interesting to say the least, and annoying to be sure. For example, if deers see you or smell you, basically they see you, right? They run, right? They don't just stand there. They run, and they continue to run until the border of the biome. That would be annoying. And bears fighting more strategically would be horrible, because then you'd actually have to have real tactics. You couldn't do what I just did. You might be able to for the first couple bears. Maybe a bear sees you in the eyes, like I know his moves. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, well, it could happen, but if you program it or code it properly, it won't. There's the bear. Where do I want to be to fight this bear? Maybe if I bring him up there. Can I get up? Nope. Ah, he moved. Again. There we go. I was totally off there. I'll run this way. I want to draw him to the right, away from those rocks. And you're always checking your weapons durability. When you're out in the wilderness like that, your weapons are your life, really. You can craft a shield of sorts, but then it's not going to last but 3 hits. It's still 3 hits, but it's not going to last. And there is a blocking skill, so you need to level that up. Like that hit was 11. I blocked 6 of it. And, well, I blocked 6 of it, and my armor blocked something of it. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at my slashing stat. So, it could have been like 80. But yeah, the game so far is alright. I still think AISB a really cool feature. In the last world, there seemed to be a village of some sort, but it could have just been a lot of players building houses around a single area, but it looked like it was planned, which was pretty cool. Let's see, that's marked rough. That's okay. I'll probably pick up some more sticks. But as you're grinding, you'll find your own pace, you'll find your own strategies, you'll really find a rhythm. And by all means, definitely get a rhythm. You'll definitely want to not aggro certain or do a planned aggro if you're gonna aggro anything around you. Like I'm fighting, is there a dire wolf somewhere? I should have checked, but if there is and I still chose this spot to fight, I would have to look around as I'm fighting to understand how close I'm getting to the wolf and if I am going to aggro. There was a fight with a bear up in the pale, and I was near a dire wolf, and I was like, nah, I can fight the bear and not attract a dire wolf. Well, I was wrong, and the dire wolf jumped into the bear battle. At that point, I ran, because fighting a dire wolf and a bear, not a good thing. And use the terrain to your advantage, because there is a terrain feature, like you can aim up and aim down, and sometimes you miss. But keep that in mind as you're doing the combats. All these things you'll want to keep an eye out for. And because the combats are purposeful, you're going... Oops. I'm going to try to move the mic and sit up a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit better, but not too much. Let me see what I can do. And I'm in bear territory. Oh, man. Definitely an interesting ailment. Let's see. I might have to adjust the mic a little bit. There we go. I think I'm all right. And let me do a sanity check as I am speaking into the mic. I'm going to turn my monitor on and see what happens. Okay, so it's still, I still can't. Professional, I guess podcasters, they listen to themselves as their, or certain, there's certain, it's called a monitor, right? So you're monitoring. But ooh, there's 2 dire wolves. I am not set up for that. And I should. I need my wrought iron arrows for this. I'm going to do as much damage as possible. I could hit one with mesmerize, but the mesmerize is only good for like 15 seconds. Ooh. Surprised I didn't get both of them. Did I get both of them? Let's see if I can. I think he attacked. I should have attacked. I pulled one, which is amazing. Ooh. I'm just doing a step back because I don't have a lot of area to move around them, and I don't want to get too far away from them. Ooh. I went for that 3rd strike, and I regretted it. I did it again. Okay. Luckily, it didn't take, because there is server lag between you dropping something. Okay, there's nothing here for me. Okay. Now we can go back. Again, hunting is the key here. So, he's still pissed. You can hear him growl. Wow. Tried to juke me. I was a little late on that first swing. That's alright though. I gotta be close to 500 swings by now, right? Maybe I fight a bear with my sword. That'll put me over. Yeah, I went in way early there. That's a. I know there's 2 angry possums down here somewhere. Not that I need the angry possums, but I don't like them. Badgers? We don't need those stinking badgers. If you know what movie that's from, good on you. I totally didn't switch my arrows. Inventory management. One valuable asset to the game. And into real life. You don't... They still need to make a way to... You still need to make a way to create or craft another bag. Just give me what? This is 8. Give me 8 more slots. That's all I'm asking. Doesn't have to be anything grand. You don't have to, developers, if you listen. Doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a whole nother backpack. Even though somebody can literally carry another backpack. But we're not gonna go there. I know why you're doing it. Maybe I don't know. What do they call those things in anime? An extra dimensional storage space. That would be kind of cool. It's coming right at me. And if you get that joke, you're 100%. It's not perfect. Let's see. I gotta be careful now. I'm grabbing stuff, and I need only the 2-pip stuff. Oh, I'm out of the blessing too. I didn't realize, but that's all right. I still want to fill up. Could I afford the blessing again? Yeah, probably. But it's another hour, and we only have about 20 minutes left on the podcast. In which time I'm going to take my temperature again. Because I am at wit's end. I am boiling. As a matter of fact, I'll take a non-sponsored sip of my Zevia. It is a sugar-free, zero-calorie drink that does not raise your blood sugar and is made from the stevia sweetener plant, which is a plant. Stevia plant. I know there's two around here somewhere. There's one. There's the other. Sorry. Really? I don't care if you're a married couple or not. You're dead. They were just hanging out. They were like, we're a family. Don't kill us. I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. All right. Badgers. I might do it with deer. But badgers, no. Badgers get no. I don't think any one of them killed me when I was an actual lower level character. But they scared the living crap out of me when I oh wait. Let's just do this. I didn't see the dire wolf, but luckily I am definitely ready for him. Oh, and I forgot to check my sword. See how I missed that one? I'm wondering if it was because I didn't target him properly. There we go. There it is. The wolves they made sound like dogs, and they did a really good job at it. But it's still kind of tugs at the heartstrings, you know what I'm saying? I am still... My skinning has to be... Let's see, skinning. Only level 29. I need 600 or 64 more animals, so I'll just... Man, that stinks. I thought I was higher on that. Swords. I need 349 more hits. Okay. I thought it was closer than that. Oh, that's the level 40, though. So, okay. That's fair. I'll be okay with that. Sitting up might not have been a great idea. That was the relaxed position. I remember this area well. We had been killed. The three of us. I won't name names. We decided to go, it was across in the Lost Souls area. We got killed, and we came over to this Stella, and in doing so, we were trying to get over there, so we're gonna swim over there, and we went through this forest, and this is with no weapons and no armor. It is a forest of death. You do not want to go down in this forest without a weapon. No names were mentioned. I don't know what you mean, sir, who is listening to the podcast. That may or may not have been part of that. There we go. I gotta see it attack. Can't see it attack. Strategy only works when you see it attack. Yeah, these guys, you can see Justicar, Econ of Justicars, Inquisitors, and you can see the Lost Souls, no matter which one it is, and of course the Zebians. You see their attacks, and their combo attacks begin a certain way, so recommend completely that you really pay attention to the attack pattern in this game, because it will save your life.
armor is not just the only variable if you get hit. You want to avoid getting hit if you can, but if you're going to get hit, you want to block. See that dire wolf over there? Yeah, I hope I don't aggro him. I'm really close to him too. Oh, fine. Let's get some more sword. 300 more hits. One thing you can do that won't disrupt is the shield bash. You're still getting the amount of hits. The fourth hit is kind of a little much because if you saw it did 36, and when it does 36, it takes away a swing. So you really don't want to do that end thrust if you can manage it. Let's see. Damn, I'm getting a lot of wool. Maybe because I'm killing the bears. Yeah, this is the Forest of Death. Look at this. There's a bear behind that wolf too. Crazy amounts of wolves. Not that they're difficult. Oh, I started my attack way too early. But with the combination of food I have, my regen on my health is pretty good. So as long as I don't get hit, I'm regenning my health. And soon I'll be up to full hit points. So even with that 25 hit, I'm still doing really well. So all about strategy in this game. Really think about it. It's not a game that you can... Well, you can probably turn off your brain for a little bit, but I would highly advise if you want to enjoy the game, then don't turn off your brain. That's a rough animal, huh? Okay. Let's bring that bear up here. This will be a good area. There's no way this wouldn't narrow. There we go. I had to move up. There we go. Still didn't get an infinite bear. I wonder if they fix those? That would be so cool. And so sad because it's such a glitch. Such a useful glitch to up weapon skills. And when you're up in the 20s on skills, you're looking at a million two experience points in order to level up to the next level. So it is definitely a increasing scale, just like level in D&D or Pathfinder or, which is okay. I'm okay with that. But if they do go up to a level 80, they're gonna have to rebalance the experience points needed. And if they don't, it'll take people forever to level up, right? Which, again, not a bad thing. The expectation has to be set to the player base that certain skills are gonna take a long time to quote-unquote master. And what do we mean by master? Basically be the highest level in it. Man, that was an area. 2 dire wolves and a bear. Golly. I know there's more here. Thought I heard something here. That's a bear. Again, audio is a big thing. Get a good set of headsets and be sure you have good audio settings because you will need them, especially in different biomes. Whoa. Let's get them down here. I'd rather fight him over here. Yeah, I was about to get hit, by the way. Alright, he's not infinite. Oh. I gotta get away from him. I've already taken too many hits. Let's back him up a little bit. You can kind of be boring and don't go around them, but it looks cooler if you go around them. It's all about coolness, see? Ah, I'm surrounding you, bear. Oh, dodge, right? I'm not really dodging, but that's okay. Well, I guess I am dodging, but what I'm saying is, it's not really impressive. That's okay. Like I said, they're going into more combat graphics and combat moves, which I hope they do. I think they have a lot of room to improve here, and even the what do we call those? Not emojis. The I'll pull them up here in a second. All right. Let's see. I think it's B. There we go. So we have the wave, of course. We have lying down. We have please, which is crying. We have the no, and of course we have sitting down, but sitting down on the ground, not sitting in a chair. Hopefully they do the sitting in the chair. That would be nice. Wouldn't that be nice? And that's another movie. So I didn't really aim on the second one. There we go. And I want the wooden... Am I out of wooden arrows? I guess I am. Ooh. That is okay by me. For longer hunting emotes, thank you so much. Varian has so many names. We'll just call them Varian for now. Hopefully they create a little bit more easier way to do it. If I'm running, I would love to emote instead of having to tap. Stop, tap it. And I am looking for anything. Wow. Am I close to something? Is somebody else hunting in here? There's a bear. Let me make sure that I'm going to bring him up here and nothing's going to kill me from the back. And now. And combat in caves and in tight forests, really be aware of your surroundings and the strategies that you're playing to fight, because you will back up against something and you'll be like, I'm stuck, and that'll put a damper on your day. Wow, you didn't get me on that one. That is the benevolence of the goddess right there. Alright, as we're winding down this episode, I do want to mention that oh, those claws, get them away. There we go. I think the headbutt does more, but those claws are no joke. I'm gonna have to repair my armor. I was hoping I wouldn't have to. But I have 3 songs out now? No, 2 songs working on the next video. The song up front of this podcast is new. I made it for the grace aspect of the game being added. The outro song, I really like the outro song, so I'm not sure I'm gonna change that. Wow, did you see me get stuck? There we go. Alright. Luckily, I could take the hit. Let's see what's here. Rough Animal Hunt. Rough Animal Hunt. I'll take the hole. And yeah, I don't need a full webcam just yet. I will need it eventually, just not right now. I can cross here. This is where the I call it the Fey tree. It's a huge tree. I forget the way up. I think it's over here. And almost forgot. Right next to his face. I was gonna say, if the game doesn't give me that, I'm gonna be upset. So yeah, I'm working on another song video. It's "Groove Through Life," I think it's called. I'm trying to get my AI video generators to play nice, because they are not. I think there he is. Actually, you know what? Find him down here. Really? I mean, he's right there. I mean, come on now. Am I going right over his head? Oh, he's up there. Oh, come on. Anyway, at any rate, he's not going to attack me, so I'll be over here. I let go too soon. So let's end the podcast here. The pain is interesting, to say the least. Anyway, check out, like, subscribe, share the show with your friends. Tonight was just free, what do we get? Freeform. I really didn't have anything planned. Usually I have some great philosophical stuff married with some leadership and other tools that you can use outside in the real world. I try to really generate the ability for us to learn from different aspects of humanity, where we tend to not only forget, but our schools really don't give us an opportunity to retain the information, right? So that's what I try to do. And if you have any questions on philosophy, leadership, or philosophy's integration into leadership as we know it today, in your workplace or in your life, let me know. And if you have a topic, I'm so used to having my bow out. If you have a topic, let's share the topic, and I'll probably do some research. This channel's about learning. I don't know everything. I don't tend to know everything. It's a collaborative effort for knowledge gain, essentially. We want to make sure that we are all moving forward socially, culturally, in your belief systems, in ancient philosophy, East and West, by the way. So with all that said, I will leave you until hopefully tomorrow. It depends on how I feel, because I feel really horrible right now. But if I feel good, I will I'll be on. Look out for my X post. I'm on X. I'm on YouTube, of course, and I'm on LinkedIn. My articles are on LinkedIn. I highly advise reading those articles. They're more professional for AI stuff and all kinds of backends, data stuff, and how managers and leaders should look at these new tools and utilize them. Right. So feel free to run over there. My channel's name is my name on LinkedIn, so Daniel Calciano. And if you want to, yeah, there's another video, by the way. I just put it on Twitter, or X, excuse me. I put it on X, and it's on X, and I give the YouTube link depending on how you want to view it. X only has a certain amount of, I think it's 720p, where YouTube can go up to its full resolution. So up to you. I'd be pleased if you did stop by and take a look. And I'll announce when that new video's out. So until tomorrow, I will end this because I'm going to continue to talk. Until tomorrow, be safe, everyone, and take care of yourself out there.
With every step, a lesson learned. From fire's heat to the fields I've turned. The blade and bow, the forge and flame. I sharpen my skills, I play the game. Each day brings a challenge I must face. I train my hands with careful grace. From alchemy's art to the hunter's way, I'll find the strength to seize the day. I carve my path, I walk the line, in the shadow of the ancient sign. Through trial and toil I'll find my way, learning more with each passing day. The skill of survival, the will to thrive, in a world where the strong survive. I face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight. From the herbs I find to the iron I mold, each lesson learned is a story told. The stars above, they guide my hand. As I hone my craft, I take my stand. In the quiet woods, in the mountains chill, I push myself, I shape my will. With each new tool and every lore, I'm stronger now than I was before. I carve my path, I walk the line, in the shadow of the ancient sign. Through trial and toil I'll find my way, learning more with each passing day. The skill of survival, the will to thrive, in a world where the strong survive. I face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight. I learn, keep me on track. With each new skill, the stronger I grow. In the face of the storm, I let my courage show. I've tasted defeat, I felt the sting, but I rise again with each new spring. For knowledge is power, and wisdom the key. I'm forging my path, I'm breaking free. The skill of survival, the will to thrive, in a world where the strong survive. I'll face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight.